guys, so I had an idea to do my easy summer daytime look. It's really easy for me to do just because I like to use creams, I like to use liquids for the most part, but I still do like to set the areas that I don't want to move around where I do use some of the creams. So I thought that I would get on here and I would show you guys my go-to look that I do for the summer. This is like the pinky golden vibes that I was going for. I just like that really pretty, girly, soft look, but I also want it to look like skin because that's mainly what I like my makeup to look like, unless I'm just trying to go full glam and put it on for you, girl. But that's not what we're doing today. This is like a softer, easier version of my summer daytime look makeup. I put a little glitter on the eyes, I did some pinky cheeks, and I did a really easy pinky lip just because I just want that cute summer pinky glow to my face. Yeah, I hope you guys like it, so let's just get started with the video. So far, I have just primed my face with the Pixi Glow Spray that I tell you guys I love all the time. This is the No Pore Blem Prime Essence, and this is the first for me using that because I got that for my birthday. Shout out to my big sis, thanks girl. So for my summery looks, I like to use a lot of creams and a lot of liquids, but I also, to keep it on and to keep it from moving, I like to set them down with powders, but I'll use the powders very sparingly and only in places that I really need it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my eyeshadow, and I'm gonna go ahead and just take a little bit of this MAC Studio Finish Concealer. Showed you guys last time that I'm actually really loving this. It's a great concealer. It doesn't crease under my eyes, and that's like my #1 issue. I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow first, and then I'm going to go ahead and clean up with concealer. So for that summery, beautiful glow to the lid, I'm going to use this MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof Color Stick in the shade Tea Leaves. So cute. I don't even know if MAC makes these anymore. I think they do. When I was there last time, I think they do. They're just either called something else or they're no longer in this packaging, because this packaging is, oh girl. When I want that really perfect, beautifully defined, smoked out eye, I will sit in my vanity for hours, and it's just because I enjoy the process. But if I have somewhere to be, or if I just want it to look messy and beautiful and have that wow factor, that effortless factor, I guess, sorry, not wow factor, that effortless factor, I will put a face together very quickly. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's just a quick summer dewy look. And after that, I'm going to, where's my ColourPop? Here it is. I'm going to be using the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Fluffy. I made a whole video about these a little over a year ago. They are so bomb, so pigmented, and super cheap. Ugh, it's just such a beautiful color. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I don't know, there's something about these that are just so satisfying. And I'm gonna go ahead and pat that over my lid. It has these beautiful, like, deep purple and deep pink reflex, and that just laid on top of the MAC Pro Longwear cream pencil just looks so beautiful. Ooh, I love it. And I can just leave that there, and I like to layer these because the MAC pencil is gonna grip that ColourPop shadow that I just put on top. Not that it needs any grip, but it's gonna hold it in place. I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer, and this is the magical part because this really helps carve out that eye shape that I want, and I always want that like snatched, pulled eye look. So here is what I do. I go ahead and go in, and I'm gonna conceal the areas that I would like to conceal with that MAC Studio Finish Concealer. This is where I take advantage of sculpting the eye. And what I like to do is just carve out where that eyeshadow is, because wherever you carve it with that concealer is the way your eye shape is going to look. So you get to do that, and it'll sharpen the way your eye looks. And I just take advantage and I go up here because I got some extra concealer that I don't want to just layer and layer and layer under my eye. So I'm careful along that line because it'll give you that snatched look. And I like to press my concealer in with my finger, just because the warmth of my finger really pushes it into my skin, and it just looks better. So that's what I like to do with my concealer. And then you can see it just snatches that eye. It'll actually bring your eye up more and make it look a little more defined, because if you see this one, my eyeshadow's kind of bleeding over here, and if you look at this eye, it just looks a little more defined and snatched, which is what I like. Where I match up the way this eye looks with this eye. So I am gonna have to match the snatch, because this snatch has to match this snatch, otherwise your eyes will look crazy. So here we go. We're gonna angle up that way. Let me see, does the, okay, yeah, that snatch matches. Cool. It's so much easier when you just get it right, get it tight the first time. Get that summertime fine look. Sorry, I keep putting my mirror like right in front of my lens. I like to make sure I get it real good too, just because I don't like any of my makeup to look too cakey and to have the appearance of that cakey layerness. If I layer, I'm gonna want it to look smooth in the final look, to look very smooth, very much like it's one layer, not like I put on 4, because every time, whenever I'm gonna layer up, I always make sure it is not cakey and the final look is just very smooth and effortless. But it took a minute to get there, but you know, it's not gonna look like it. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with some foundation, still using my absolute fave, my Nars Sheer Glow foundation in the shade Punjab. Give her a little shake, so I don't want to do too much where I already put the foundation, because too much layering just looks like too much layering. And then I'm gonna push it in to my skin with my brush, and that's a light layer of foundation. And I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes, because I like to set them before they start creasing. They're already starting to crease, but I like to set them as quickly as possible, but I just wanted to lay my foundation on prior to. So I'm gonna go in with my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder, the one I always use, and I'm just gonna lightly set that. I love this powder because it is so light and it really does blur your pores, and it just blurs my entire under eye. Like, there truly is some magic in this powder, because it's very great at setting and very good at blurring. I've yet to find a powder like this that does not make my under eyes crease, because every powder makes my under eyes crease. Every powder makes my under eyes crease, except for this powder and my RCMA no color powder. Those two are just too bomb, and I love them. Just recently went right back to my old favorite. I was really trying to try something new because I was just ready to do something else, but I couldn't. I have come back to my tried and true holy grail butter bronzer, and I use the shade Bronzer. I love this. I love a matte bronzer, and this is a matte bronzer, but it has like the lightest sheen over it. I can't explain it. It just looks so natural and so beautiful without any glitter, any micro glitter, no glitter. The only way to explain it is that it's matte with a slight natural sheen to it, which I just love. I can't get over it. And it just lays so nicely without having to put powder down, which is my favorite because it gives you that natural sun glow. I may have to get more of the cooler tone in this just because, goodness, I'm so fair. I cannot wait to start self-tanning again. I recently started a laser hair removal journey that is really frustrating to do during the summer, because if you've ever had laser hair removal done, you know that you can't self-tan, you can't really tan in the sun, which I don't like to do anyways because it's not good for your skin. I don't like to do anymore, at least. And I cannot wait to self-tan again. And jawline, because who doesn't want that natural look, right? There's my bronzer. Beautiful, beautiful. And then now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my blush. And you know what? I think I'm gonna use what my sister got me for my birthday. My sister actually got this for me for my birthday. It's the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. I hate that they name their stuff that, because it reminds me of Tarte, and you know Tarte is like the bigger the hoop, the bigger the hoe. But Tarteist, I don't know. I mean, who doesn't want to look like a tart, right? And it's like they have two blushes, they have a matte and a shimmer, and then they have two highlighters, and then there's bronzers. There's a matte and a shimmer, which I love. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix both of these blushes at the top. Do they have names? I think they do. Okay. Yes. Okay, the blushes at the top are called Premier and Dance Floor. And I'm going to go ahead and mix them because Dance Floor has a little bit of a glow to it and Premier doesn't. So I'm just going to go back and forth between these two. So my stuff's always messy. I'm like, I just go in. That's all there is to it. I just go in and then I smile and I put it directly onto my cheeks. I really like to put it on the apples of my cheeks too, just because it gives you that pretty, like, I don't know, I like it. And I like to pounce. I don't really drag. I more pounce. And I'm going in. I'm going ham as usual. I don't know, there's something about this pink blush though that I love. It's very youthful, very cheeky. Huh? Is that a whatevs? It's just very youthful and very cute, especially for the summertime when you're not, even when I don't do bronzer, I notice if I just put on some blush on my cheeks, it brings the life back to my face and it's just everything that I need, you know? And I'm gonna go ahead and do this too, because I think I showed you guys that I like to brush my blush over my eyelid. And I know you think, oh my god, you're gonna mess up your makeup, but there's something about it that just if you do it lightly and gently enough and don't go back into the palette and just use what's left over on your brush, beautiful. So here we go. And I'm gonna go over. It doesn't really pick up on camera, but you can tell it just ties things together. And I'm mostly putting it, the way I mean to apply it is more on my brow bone. And it just, you can see it in person. It leaves the lightest, you can kind of pick, it might be picking up on camera a little bit, I'll be able to tell later. But it just leaves like the lightest tone of what's on your cheeks, and it just pulls everything together and makes it look like, oh girl, you thought about this before you did it. No, boo, I just did it. I get really oily in my T-zone, so that's what I'm gonna put the Maybelline Fit Me powder on. And I'm gonna take my little Morphe brush, any brush. I don't really mention brushes just because everyone uses them for such different things. You can say, oh, this is only for, I know someone who uses this for concealer. And I was like, do you, boo? But everyone uses them for such different reasons. And it really just depends on your face shape. I'm going to go ahead and powder the center of my nose. And I'm going to go ahead and powder my forehead because I get so oily in the center of my forehead. Now we're gonna add some glow back to the face with highlighter, which is my favorite part, but is actually my husband's least favorite part of my makeup. He always tells me, why does your face look like it's glowing? He likes a more matte look, but I'm constantly just like, more highlighter, please. So I'm actually gonna go in with these highlighters. These are, you guys aren't gonna believe it, these highlighters were from my $1 online makeup haul. These were, I think, only $1. And this one is in the shade Legend. And I got these from, what was it? Shop Miss A, the website Shop Miss A. And this is the shade Glisten. And I love this one. This one's mainly my favorite because it's that golden tone. The other one's a little more pinky. But what I do is I mix these two together, and then I usually always go in a little more with the gold one just because she's gorgeous and I love a beautiful golden tone highlighter. Just look at that, girl. $1. Ooh. Okay, now that that's done and it's set, we want to go ahead and move on to our lips. And I've been loving these. I bought the trio of the little Nude Stix gel color lip and cheek ones. This one I've been using a lot because it's my favorite. It's a very beautiful color for summer because it has like that light pink tone to it. And I love this one so much just because it's so natural. Like I could reapply this throughout the day, all day. And they're just so hydrating also. Let's throw on some mascara and we can call her a day. This is the, I'm going to use, oh, my favorite, obviously my tried and true, my Maybelline Lash Sensation. I think this one is in Blackest Black. I switch back and forth from the brown to the black ones. It really just depends. And if I'm going for a more summery look, I focus the mascara more on the ends of my eyelashes because I just want to elongate them rather than make them look dramatic and thick and full. I just want them to be long. And that's why I love this mascara because it really does elongate my eyelashes. Like it exaggerates them like crazy. And bottom lashes, I just gently run it along. And one of my fave things about this mascara is the fact that it does not crumble up and leave throughout the day those little black dots and smear. That is like one of my #1 pet peeves why I will no longer continue to use a mascara is if it starts beading up and dropping down below. I can't do it. I just can't, because one, it's gross and it ruins your makeup throughout the day. So I just can't do it if that's what you're about. So that's one of my #1 criterias. Whenever I'm trying out a new mascara, it can't clump my eyelashes together where they just look like spider lashes. And 2, it cannot crumble up and fall down throughout the day, because that's just a no-go for me. So this is my summer glowy. Oh, and I would also do a face mist afterwards. This is my favorite one. This is the Pixi Nourishing Mist. I love it. This one's like my favorite one. It's like the yellow. You have to mix it up because it separates. But I would do, oh my god, this one reminds me so much of like the Tatcha. I'm like trying to get all that glow on, but this reminds me so, oh, don't smile when it's on. But this reminds me so much of the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Face Mist. I have it over there, but it's way cheaper. I think that one is like, I don't know, $30 for like 1 milliliter, and this is, I don't know, $10-12 for 2.7 fluid ounces. Love it. And once it sits on your face, it's done. It gives your skin that back to skin look, especially if you put on too many powders. Woo! All right, guys, this is the finished look. I really hope that you guys like it. I tried to make it as easy as I could. I could have used a lot less product. Like, you don't have to use any of the powders at all if you just want creams, or if you're going to be getting in the pool, I would just use creams. It really just depends on what you're going for that day, what the activities are for that day, and this is just what I would do for an everyday summer look. I just thought it was really easy and really simple. This is the look that I went for the 4th of July. It just passed, so I thought that I would recreate it and show you guys exactly what I did. I just really like this bronzy, glittery eye, especially when you're in the sunlight. It'll just really reflect and sparkle and look beautiful. And I've been loving, like, my favorite go-to has really been these like pinky cheeks. I don't know, there's something about it that just gives you that youthful glow, and like a pink lip to tie it all together. I really like this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Please like and subscribe and comment below on any videos that you would like me to produce soon, and I hope you guys love this look. I'll see you later, beautiful. Bye.